So taking this recording from Greece, I'm in Loutraki, which is an hour's drive out of Athens. Come check the balcony out and where I'm staying here for the next couple of weeks. That's my morning routine. My morning routine is that every single morning. I get up, and I'm not in Melbourne, so the cold showers don't exist here anymore. What I'm doing instead is I'm getting up and I'm jumping straight into that water and loving life. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about keeping your standards no matter what situation you're in. Because time and time again when I'm coaching guys, I'm finding the common denominating problem is that if they are placed in a different environment, then everything becomes out the window. They forget how to train, they forget how to eat. It's just like everything that they've been working for just goes. And that makes me think, is the things that you are doing on a day-to-day, number one, something that you enjoy? Or are you just doing it to go through the grind? And for me personally, the last 3 trips that I've gone to Greece, 2026 this year, 2025 last year, and 2023 a few years ago, I made a pact to myself that I want to uphold my standards no matter what. So I created a lifestyle in which everything that I was doing wasn't done so I could look a certain way. It was done because I want to move and operate and live my life a certain way that wasn't dictated based on me having to be in Melbourne in my regimented routine. And once I changed and adopted that type of lifestyle, it made things very easy. If I'm away, I'll do the exact same thing. And the mindset shift with that is I have turned what I didn't enjoy into something that I did enjoy, and I made it part of my routine. And by making it part of my routine, it's part of the identity of who I am. And if the things that you are trying to adopt in your life aren't things that identify you as a person, then they're not truly who you are. And they're not truly your standards. And if they do not identify who you are as a person, then as soon as you go overseas, as soon as you go on holiday, it's all over for you. What chance do you have of maintaining that? You have to ask yourself a question. If someone was to describe you as a person, how would they describe you? Seriously. If someone was to say Chris Tamazis, they'd probably say he's that guy that trains, he's that guy that eats right, and he's that guy that does fill in the blanks. And those descriptive words about who I am aren't purely based on my location. They are based on who I am. So when I go to parties, people don't even offer me drinks anymore because they just know this is who I am. And they know that my standards are unshakable. And until you've adopted unshakable standards, then you're always going to be that guy that the weekend comes, out the window. Go away on a holiday, out the window. Change location, out the window. You get where I'm going with this. And this hit me hard because the very first time I came to Greece as an adult in 2016, I came back in the worst shape of my life. And I gave myself all these excuses as to why I thought it was okay. I was enjoying myself. But when I looked at myself, I knew deep down that I felt like shit. I wasn't happy with the person that I am. And I was just flat out being fucking lazy, to be honest with you. And that was the big shift that I needed to make because I thought, well, if I want to continuously be able to travel, I have to be a little bit more like a chameleon that can adapt to different environments and isn't just going to be able to train at the one gym with the same routine. And then once that's gone, I'm feeling a little bit lost. For me, I don't train to look a certain way. looking a certain way is kind of just a byproduct of your ability to train and live a healthy lifestyle. For me, it's how I'm operating. Do I feel good when I get up in the morning? I'm on holiday right now, yeah? I'm on holiday. And for me, if I don't train, I'm not going to enjoy the day to the same extent as if I had just gotten up and just eaten bullshit and used that as an excuse of me enjoying myself. I actually enjoy myself by getting up, fasting, training, and then allowing myself to reward myself after having that restriction. That makes my day far more enjoyable, which in turn makes my holiday far more enjoyable. So the thing is, you've only got a finite amount of dopamine that your body can release per day. And if you are using all these mechanisms to release the dopamine without you putting in the work, then when it's time for you to put in the work, you're going to struggle. This is why I get up and I fast. I savor my dopamine release from my eating and I delay that. I get up and I have a cold shower because I do make a decision at that point that I do not want to do this, but I choose to do it. And the dopamine release I do receive from the cold shower is something that I've put in the work to receive. I train in the morning. I put in work to receive the dopamine. But if you're getting up and straight off the bat, you are on your phone, giving yourself dopamine without doing any work, if you are straight off the bat eating bullshit food and giving yourself dopamine without actually putting in the work to receive it, by the time midday comes, what's the probability of you actually going to put in work, hard effort work, to receive dopamine from things like training, from things like working? Very, very, very unlikely, because it's going to make it that much harder, because your brain has been programmed to think, well, why the fuck would I do that for when I can just scroll on my phone, have a vape, fill in the blanks with anything else? And that's been a big, big factor that I've been using to help me live a more enjoyable life on a day-to-day basis whilst keeping myself in shape, and on top of that, putting myself out there with a frequency in which I know that I'm operating at my highest level, because I'm not getting up and just destroying my brain with the bullshit. So if you're on holiday, I suggest that you get up, go for a walk, go do some exercise, go enjoy the sun a little bit, delay the gratification with your food, delay the gratification with the dopamine receptors, and then by the time you get to the point where you want to fulfill that, it's going to feel much better, it's going to taste much better, and you're going to enjoy the day a hell of a lot more. The best time is always to start now. And if you're on a holiday, even better time to start. Why? There's no better environment. Like right now is probably the best time for me to start, because, mate, I'm in the sun, I'm out of the winter, I'm feeling amazing. So if you're feeling like you're waiting for the right time to start something, that's the right time, because you're thinking about it right then and there. Because let me tell you, there is not going to be one single thing that is going to strike you and just go, oh, you know what? Time to start now. Never happens. If you're thinking about when you should be finding that right time, that is your sign that that is the right time.